And you know what, Kev? Let's just go ahead and jump right into it.
Yep, we casted a little bit of Ziktomini earlier in this tournament where he also played against the Terran. And was that Kawaii Rice, or am I mistaken right now?
Oh, I think you're completely right. Yes, you are completely right. It was Kawhi, and Ziktomini looked really, really good.
Yeah, he looked so much better than in the ZVP games that we casted of him last week against Bishu. So maybe he's capable of putting up a really good fight against Hard, as Ziktomini was also able to defeat the Muslim in WCS UK, of course. We mentioned that a lot, but we find it important once a player has a great achievement, but it's still sort of an unknown player. Of course, we want to mention his achievements as much as possible. But complexity is hard. The Korean Terran spawns on the right top side of Entombed, and Western Wolves Ziktomini is our British Zerg spawning in the left bottom side. Well, Ben, as you said, Hard is kind of on fire. He did very well in our Gauntlet show. He had a good time there.
Yeah, man, playing against the Koreans, he won maybe 4 or 5 games in a row.
Yeah, I think he won 375 bucks.
Really impressive to be going up against you know, the cream of the Korean crop and coming out ahead. Ziktomini's going to have his hands full here. I do think that beyond the shadow of a doubt, Kevin, this will be the hardest challenge Ziktomini has had thus far in this qualifier.
The hardest challenge in Hard. You did it. You made the same joke as I did.
Makes me want to think about In Heartbeat.
Oh, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I hang out a lot with him very recently. Actually, ooh, Ben, we have a couple of Rexes going up already. Before we talk about In Heartbeat, our friend from Ukraine, we see a Rex going up over here on the right, right bottom of the Nature, and also on the left top. I think this one Rex will be spotted immediately, unless Ziktomini is a little bit unfortunate, and he is. He's actually not going to spot it, and I think now, Ben, the moment that he scouts Hard his main base, do you think he will pull the pieces together, or put the pieces together immediately? Or
11 SCVs here, so if he counts...
Yeah, he didn't check that much, and I guess it kind of looked low on him. He is checking though for a CC.
Center. He sees no. I mean, this is the time when the CC should be somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's nowhere. So, what is this, Ziktomini? What are you playing against? Is he going to check up or down? He is not. Now, if he sits on the Zelnaga tower, that's really all he's going to have to do to maybe start piecing it together.
These Marines are so close to each other. Now an SCV counts as well across the map. As Ziktomini did drop a pretty quick pull, I believe.
Okay, so first Marine is spotted. So Ziktomini knows that there was a proxy, at least one proxy barracks. Is not necessarily aware of this 2-Rex. Does he suspect it? Ooh,
Hard is bringing 4 SCVs. That's some serious commitment.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of this kind of play out of these Korean Terrans in these qualifiers thus far. Ziktomini sees that first bunker going down, immediately reacts by pulling 6 drones. Might not be enough. I mean, really, you have to overreact to this kind of bunker pressure. You want to crush it, but as long as the bunker doesn't go up, he's going to be...
He does have 8 lings on the way. 8 lings is a lot, but as you said, man, it's so important that this first bunker won't go up. Right now, Ziktomini is going to focus it with a lot. 8 lings is quite a bit as well, though, and 1 queen is almost out.
Oh, SCVs are positioned beautifully right now. And but the Marines do get cornered, and they will mostly all.
1 Marine. No, nice micro right there by Ziktomini.
Beautiful control from Ziktomini there, and he does hold this off. He comes out of it with a Harvester lead, and the Command Center of Heart has not even started. So this is a great position for the British Zerg.
Really good, Ben, as he killed 6 SCVs and only lost 2 drones. He has more workers right now. He's on 2 bases. He has probably enough Zerglings over here as well in the middle of the map.
He's going to want to surround, and he is starting to micro a little bit. He does kill 2 Marines. Very nicely done. He's droning hard behind this.
This is almost game over, man. Hard right now only has 3 Marines on the map, while there are 10 Zerglings making their way over to his base.
He's going to be really smart and throw down the leading piece to this wall. And with Marines behind it, no, there's not going to be any getting in here.
Even that 1 Marine, I guess, will be eventually enough to deal with these Zerglings.
Ziktomini, please don't waste these Zerglings. Just leave. Just leave.
Wants to pick up the SCV. Wow, that's a nice pick up at least.
All right, now. He's going to see these 2 barracks, and he should know... Oh, he's making
I think he's going to Baneling bust, man, because he also took the extractor in his main base, and he's already mining gas. I have the feeling that he might want to Baneling bust.
It might actually work, Kevin.
Oh, the depot is running so low.
Building.
Okay. Hard did pull
if he
SCVs
waits for
just in
speed,
time.
I don't think it's going to work. If he makes a Baneling nest and goes with slow lings, it might.
I think it will work either way.
Now, Hart, his follow-up to this is going... Man, Ziktomini has so much more supply than Hart does. It's 29 drones to 18 SCVs. I mean, this is definitely Ziktomini's game to lose right now. He is in an ideal position. And Hart has got to play catch-up. He is playing catch-up with this double command center, so...
And now I've got to ask myself, Ben...
Oh, wow, that was so close.
This one Marine will fall as well. Wrong side of the wall, Ben. That's what they teach you in the Game of Thrones. Never go to the wrong side of the wall.
You need me on that wall, Kev.
That's what these guys say. These are the Night Watch. Look, these three.
Another SCV was picked off there. In total, Ziktomini's killed 8 of Heart's workers, so Heart working on just 20 SCVs. Does have that single orbital, and we'll have 2 more to work with here shortly.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be... Ziktomini has a really large amount of drones, so he can make so many Zerglings. This is nice by Heart, picking off a couple of links before the battle really starts. Baneling nest is more than halfway done. This is going to be an insane amount of link Baneling, Ben, and I don't think that Heart has enough units.
It doesn't look like he does, Kevin, and even more so, he doesn't have any bunkers.
And he's moving out, and he's going to get swarmed soon. He has
gosh, speed's going to finish.
He has 30 seconds.
Yeah. It's more like 10 seconds now. The Marines just parked on the Zelnaga tower. As soon as speed finishes, these lings are just going to pour across. Every one of Heart's Marines is going to die.
Heart is going to spot these Zerglings right now, but they're still way too quick.
Don't chase that, Marine!
Oh, wow, that's a big mistake by Ziktomini.
That is the most successful Billy the Hero Marine I have ever seen. Will these guys now make it home with the extra time that Billy bought them? Heart is...
He puts a new meaning to taking one for the team.
He absolutely does. Heart is booking it back home as fast as he can. The Speedlings are closing the gap, and the wall goes up. But we still have the issue of these Banelings, Kevin.
Yeah, but now at least he's going to have 2 Hellions. He's putting up double bunkers as well. Wow, Heart actually just dodged the bullet there by sacrificing that single Marine. Big mistake by Ziktomini, but he's still far from out of trouble. This can still go wrong.
All right, here we go. First, Banelings are going to come and connect. If he targets the command center, it'll kill both depots. He is just going to get one, though, so that he can come right through with more Banelings and target down depots and bunkers and units. And, man, Heart has no choice but to pull his SCVs here. He's going to take some heavy losses.
Big Baneling connections right there, blowing up most of the SCVs. Heart only at 22, 21 supplies so far. He might sort of survive with a couple of Marines in the bunker, but he's going to lose his entire economy once more.
Yeah, down to just 8 Harvesters now. We've seen players like Cass come back from positions like this, but it's almost impossible to do. It's 6 SCVs to 53 drones.
And there are still a couple of active links, so he's going to pick up more and more SCVs. He's going to be able to pick up one of these mules.
One more worker does not fall. Heart not gonna give up, Kev. Not gonna tap out just yet.
Ziktomini already killed 60 drones in an 11-minute game. SCVs, of course.
Wow, that is pretty nuts, Kevin. You know, Heart, he's got triple orbitals, so I suppose...
Oh, and I love this as well, sorry to interrupt you right there, but this is one of those games where he thinks like, hey, Munas might be very good because my opponent is so low on economy that I might just be able to really starve him with Munas, pick up more and more workers all the time. But we do have a couple of Hellions attacking this unexposed, or this exposed... unexposed is like a mix between unprotected and exposed. I like it. Oh.
Ziktomini trying to throw down Evo chambers everywhere and keep as many drones alive as he can. Only successfully does that with a single drone. But you know what? In spite of this little bit of Hellion harass, Ziktomini is still in an absolutely fine position. 71 supply to 26.
And I think Munas are a great choice in this situation.
I do too. It's a beautiful choice. eBay, double eBays. How is Heart going to afford double eBay?
Well, Munas are pretty good. I mean, income-wise right now, he's
outmining his opponent.
He's almost outmining his opponent, but of course he's mining 500 gas less per minute, and that is a pretty big deal as well.
Absolutely, when you consider that there are about to be 6 mutas coming out for Ziktomini.
Stim is also just now starting, so did he lose one of his tech labs, or did he just research combat shield first? Yeah, he did research combat shield first.
Very clearly, this is a tough spot to be in for our Korean Terran players. Ziktomini only has to not screw up, basically, and he will lock up this game. Hellions are going to come forward, try to deny some of this creep, and successfully kill one tumor. So another small victory there for Heart.
Yeah, Heart is almost... Heart was a little bit supply blocked as well. Sorry, man. Just kind of lost my train of thoughts. I was daydreaming a little bit. But these mutas are making their way over across the map. This is the first time that Heart is going to spot them, and that's also the last time, since he just taps out immediately. GG is called, and Ziktomini, the British Zerg from UK,
manages to successfully defend the 2 racks aggression and turns it into a win. Nicely done there. Ziktomini goes up 1-0 against Heart. And this could be a big upset.
And I can't help to ask myself, Ben, do you think it would have been a lot better if that first bunker would have gone down on the low ground with kind of trapping one Marine in that little corner. Something that a Terran player that we know very well, B60 does very often. One Marine completely protected with one bunker on the low ground. That bunker will never fall because he can't possibly attack that Marine because it's before the Queen. And then after that, use that bunker from the low ground to give coverage to a bunker on the high ground.
You know, it's a thought. It really is a thought, Kevin. But at the end of the day, Ziktomini handled that really nicely. And if you slow down the bunker push, you just give more time for queens to come out, for spine crawlers to be built, things like that. So impossible to say, but we can definitely say that Hart now has to pick it up a bit if he's going to come back in game number 2, guys. Very short commercial break, and then we're back with more Ziktomini versus Hart from the NASL qualifiers. Don't go anywhere.